Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down complex topics into clear, actionable insights. If you're in product management, you've definitely asked yourself this question: should I get a certification? Well, today we're going to cut through all that noise and give you a real strategic guide to choosing the right program that can actually fast-track your career. So let's just start with the big one, right? Is a PM certification really worth the time and the money? I mean, this is the question every product manager is asking. The market is just flooded with courses, and the advice you get, it's all over the map. So let's get real about it. The debate is pretty much split down the middle. On one hand, you've got people who swear by them. They see it as a huge strategic investment, a powerful signal to recruiters that you're serious. But on the other side, you have seasoned PMs who argue that, look, after a certain point, nothing, and I mean nothing, beats real-world in-the-trenches experience. And that really brings us to the core of it, which product growth expert Akash Gupta just nails right here. The answer isn't a simple yes or no. It's about being strategic. So the conversation we should be having isn't if you should get certified, it's which certification is the right tool to unlock your very next career move. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. We'll start by matching the right training to your career stage. Then we'll dive into some key specializations, talk about that jump from manager to leader, and then wrap it all up with a super practical 4-step action plan to help you make the right call for you. All right, first up, let's figure out where you are on your professional roadmap. Because honestly, the best training isn't some one-size-fits-all thing. It has to be tailored to your unique journey in the product world. So if you're just breaking into product management, your whole mission is to build a rock-solid foundation. You're going to want to look at programs like Product School or Coursera's course from UVA. But if you're a mid-level PM, your game is different. It's time to specialize, to really master the frameworks that are going to launch your career into its next phase. For that, courses from places like Pragmatic Institute or Reforge are going to be your best bet. And hey, if you're on a budget or you're just not ready to commit, don't even sweat it. There is an absolute treasure trove of free or low-cost resources out there. LinkedIn Learning, Udemy, they're a fantastic way to just dip your toes in, explore the core concepts, and see if this is really for you before you go all in. Okay, so you've got the fundamentals down. Now it's time to level up by mastering a specialty. This is really where you can carve out your own niche in the market and create massive, massive value. Let's look at 3 of the hottest specializations dominating the industry right now. First up is agile product ownership. Look, in today's fast-paced tech world, this is pretty much a non-negotiable skill. Getting certified from places like Scrum.org or Scrum Alliance, that's the gold standard. It proves you can lead a team and deliver incredible value, sprint after sprint. Okay, next. If you're aiming for the big leagues, I'm talking Fortune 500 companies, you have to speak the language of scale. Mastering frameworks like SAFe is basically your ticket to the show. And that SAFe POPM certification is the credential that tells everyone you know how to navigate the crazy complexities of a massive organization. And that brings us to one of the biggest, most important shifts in modern software, product-led growth, or PLG. This is the idea that the product itself is the main engine for growth. If you're in the SaaS world or wanna be, getting certified by the Product-Led Alliance is quickly becoming a total must-have. So, you've mastered the fundamentals. You've got your specialty. What's the next frontier? Well, it's making that leap from being a great manager to being a true leader. And in today's world, that means one thing above all: embracing the power of AI. Just look at this number. A recent McKinsey study found that generative AI is already boosting product manager productivity by a staggering 40%. This isn't some sci-fi future we're talking about. This is happening right now as we speak. The CEO of Product School, Carlos, he put it perfectly. He said all PMs are now AI PMs. AI isn't some niche skill anymore. It is a core competency. And if you're not on board with that, you are already playing catch-up. This new era of AI, it really demands a whole new playbook. You need to be able to prototype at lightning speed. You have to navigate these complex new AI frameworks. And maybe most importantly, you've got to build trust with your users by tackling the tricky ethical challenges of AI head-on. And as you start climbing that career ladder, your job just fundamentally transforms. You go from being the person who ships features to the person who shapes the future of the entire company. You're not just a manager anymore. You're a leader who inspires teams, scales a vision, and manages an entire product ecosystem. Now, to make that leap, you need a totally different kind of training.
We're talking about high-level executive skills, building and scaling world-class teams, mastering the art of C-suite communication, and crafting a story that rallies the whole organization behind you. This is where the elite programs come in, from visionaries like Shreyas Doshi and top-tier institutions like Stanford and Harvard.
Okay, so we put all these options on the table. How in the world do you actually make the right choice? Well, it's time to arm you with a powerful 4-step framework that is going to cut right through the confusion and give you some real clarity.
Think of this table as your cheat sheet to the top players in the training game. You can use it to quickly compare their strengths and see who they're really built for. But remember, this is just the starting point. The real magic happens when you apply this to your personal action plan. And here it is. This 4-step plan, which is inspired by Akash Gupta, is going to change how you think about all this. Stop asking, what's the best course? And start asking, what is the best course for me, for where I am right now? Pinpoint your gap, see what the market actually wants, calculate the ROI, and then just go all in. So let's bring it all home with this one final, crucial takeaway. Certifications are tools, not trophies. The goal isn't to just collect a bunch of badges for your LinkedIn profile. It's to strategically choose the one right tool that will unlock your next opportunity, that will supercharge your growth and expand your impact on the world. And so I'll leave you with the question that is going to define the next chapter of product management. AI is rewriting the entire playbook right before our eyes. The only question is, what new skill will you master to make sure you're not just keeping up, but that you're the one leading the charge?